Welcome to Wisdom and Wealth, a channel dedicated to providing insights and strategies for a fulfilling life, especially for those of us over 40 who are looking to build a solid foundation for our future. We aim to explore the timeless wisdom that leads to both inner peace and financial well-being. Today, we're diving into a topic that many of you have requested: overcoming bad habits. Before we begin, if you find value in what we share, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more enriching content. Namudhay, we often find ourselves struggling with habits that hinder our progress and well-being. Whether it's a constant state of worry, unhealthy eating patterns, or procrastination, these habits can hold us back from achieving our full potential. So, how do we break free from these cycles and cultivate positive change? Today, we're going to explore this question, drawing upon the profound wisdom of Buddhist teachings to offer practical solutions for transforming our lives. So one of our viewers have asked a question from us that how to stop the bad habits. How to stop the bad habits. So today from this inner guide program we are going to learn and find how to stop a bad habit in our life. First, it's essential to understand what a habit truly is and how it's formed. A habit is simply something we do repeatedly over time, to the point where it becomes automatic. Think about it: brushing your teeth in the morning, taking the same route to work, or reaching for your phone when you're bored. These are all habits that have become ingrained in our daily routines. What makes habits so powerful is that they require little to no conscious effort once they're established. They operate on autopilot, often without us even realizing it. But that also means we can use this process to our advantage to create new, positive habits that support our goals. Now, before we delve further into the intricacies of habit formation, I would like to again remind you to take a moment to give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. For an example, let's take early in the morning. Now, let's consider a simple example: brushing your teeth. Every morning, you wake up, head to the washroom, grab your toothbrush, apply toothpaste, and brush your teeth. It's a routine you likely perform without even thinking about it. Nobody wakes up in the morning and think, "Oh, I should brush my teeth today also." No one becomes sad or depressed of brushing teeth, right? So why is that? Because it has become a habit. Because from a young age, we've been taught to brush our teeth daily. Over time, this practice has become ingrained in our subconscious, transforming it into an automatic behavior. We automatically get up early in the morning and we just go to the washroom and we brush our teeth. This ingrained behavior doesn't require any conscious effort. It's simply something you do without thinking. That's how habits work. You repeat an action consistently over a long period, and it becomes ingrained in your subconscious. But this principle applies to both good and bad habits. Just as you can develop healthy habits like brushing your teeth, you can also develop unhealthy habits like procrastination, excessive worrying, or overeating. Our focus then should be to reduce these evil habits. So what are the evil habits that we have? Normally the main evil habit that we have is we become angry with people all the time. Don't we? We become angry. We get angry with people who are in our families, who are in our workplace, right? Why that happen? Did you think why is that happening? Because we have practiced this anger for a long time and it has become a habit. So, what are these detrimental habits that often plague us? One of the most common is anger. We become angry with people, whether they're family, friends, or co-workers. We may find ourselves lashing out over minor inconveniences or holding on to grudges that poison our relationships. But think about why this happens. It's often because we've practiced anger for so long that it's become a default response. Now, do you need any effort to be angry with anyone? Do you want to take any effort to be angry with any person? No, you don't. Why? It has become a habit, right? And there is another bad habit. It is the feeling jealous of others. It does not require any energy. You don't want to think about it. It comes to your mind automatically. So, halfway through this video, this is the best time for you to give our channel a like and subscribe to the channel if the content is making a difference for you. The craving and the lust, when we talk about that, normally we have the habit of craving the things, and the lust has become a habit to our life. So that means we have practiced these evil thoughts throughout a long time, and it has become a habit, and that is how the evil habits are formed in our life. Jealousy is another insidious habit. It doesn't require any effort. It just pops into your head automatically. Also, there is craving and the lust. Typically, we have the habit of craving things. So that implies that we've practiced these destructive thoughts for a long time, and they've become ingrained in our subconscious, shaping our behavior and dictating our emotions. Now, the pivotal question arises: how do we break free from these deeply ingrained patterns? The answer lies in one simple, yet powerful strategy: replace the bad habit with a good one. That's the only way to do it. It requires conscious effort and consistent practice, but it's entirely possible to rewire our brains and cultivate new, positive habits that serve our well-being. Instead of practicing that evil habit in that time, you can practice another good habit. Suppose you get angry with a person, right? You are a person who gets angry all the time. You are a person who loses your temper all the time. So what you have to do? You have to understand about your habit. You have to understand about your situation. Right? Now you have to think, I get angry all the time. Right? If you're prone to anger, start by understanding your triggers and recognizing when you're starting to feel your temper rise. The first step is to understand your situation. Number 2, you have to think that this evil habit, this bad habit, is not good for my life. It will never make any good for my peacefulness or my spirituality. The more you think about that, right, the more you think about the disadvantages of your evil habit, your mind always try to reject those thoughts. Because you are thinking about the disadvantages of that evil, those are evil thoughts, right? Normally when we see some disadvantages of a special thing or a person or whatever it is, normally we don't like to be with that, right? If you're going to the supermarket and when you're going to buy something, if you come across and if you see some, you need to think about how this habit is negatively impacting your life, and that it is not good for my peacefulness or my spirituality. By focusing on the drawbacks of the negative habit, you can begin to weaken its hold on your mind. The more you dwell on the disadvantages of the evil habit, the more your mind will resist those thoughts. After all, when we see disadvantages, we instinctively try to stay away. So, bring out a good habit to practice instead of bad evil habits. Suppose you get angry with people all the time. Okay. So what you have to do, instead of blaming others, right, instead of blaming for the little mistakes of others, what you have to do, you have to be practice to be silent, and you have to practice to spread love and kindness to them, and also you have to train your mind to forgive them, right? Sometimes we may get angry for little things, right? The fights and the troubles that they are going on in the family life or in the workplaces are for very little things we are fighting. Now, as a third step, consciously replace your old habit with a new one. Instead of dwelling on blame and resentment, practice silence and extend love and kindness to those around you. Train your mind to forgive them. Often, conflicts arise over trivial matters, so remember, it is necessary to develop a habit of forgiving others. Remember, if we cannot forgive the people around us, we will never live peacefully. Right? If you don't have the habit of forgiving, we cannot live peacefully, because we cannot expect the people around us to always do good things and the things that we like, right? They may do weird things, but if we can forgive and forget, right? You will always see the mistakes and the wrong things and the troubles that has done by the people around you. The more you see it, the more you will become distracted in your mind. So instead of developing that evil thought, you can develop a wholesome thought. It's like this. Now there are two sides of our mind. That is the evil side and the wholesome side. Okay? Think these two sides as two animals. Okay? So one animal is very dangerous, right? And the other animal is very calm and quiet and serene, and it is very useful. If we do not develop a habit of forgiveness, we can't live peacefully. So, instead of nurturing negative thoughts, develop wholesome thoughts. Think of your mind as having two sides, an evil side and a wholesome side. Envision each side as an animal. One is dangerous, the other is calm, serene, and useful. If you keep on feeding one animal, suppose you fed the dangerous animal, the more you feed that animal, the more that animal will be strong, and that animal with the time that animal will control that other, the wholesome animal, right? The problem with us is we are feeding this dangerous animal. Right? Instead of feeding the dangerous or evil side of our mind, what you have to do is just feed the wholesome animal. If you keep feeding the dangerous animal, it will grow stronger and dominate the wholesome animal. Unfortunately, many of us are feeding the dangerous animal, because you have to just feed the wholesome animal. Right? If you feed the wholesome side of your mind, what will happen? It will start to develop. Right? When it starts to develop, it can overcome it can control that dangerous or evil thoughts of your mind without letting that evil thoughts to be appear inside your mind. So what you have to do, just feed, always do and say the things and think the thoughts that feeds the wholesome side of your mind. So, feed the wholesome side of your mind. It will start to develop and eventually control those dangerous, evil thoughts. Do, say, and think things that nourish the positive side of your mind. Then with the time that evil habit will be broken, and you will find that you always have a good habit instead of evil thoughts and evil habits, and that is how you break the evil habits in your life. So stop feeding the evil thoughts in your mind. Instead, feed the wholesome thoughts and make your life a peaceful one. Remember to stay consistent with your intentions, and you will find that you always have a good habit instead of evil thoughts and evil habits. Breaking bad habits isn't easy, but with understanding, conscious effort, and consistent practice, you can transform your life. Remember, you have the power to choose your habits and cultivate a future filled with peace, prosperity, and well-being. So, my friends, as we conclude today's episode, remember that wisdom and wealth go hand in hand. By cultivating inner peace and positive habits, you create the foundation for financial success and a fulfilling life. If you found value in this discussion, please give this video a like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel for more insights. Thank you for watching, and we wish you all the best on your journey to wisdom and wealth.